Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to grab a list of contacts inside HubSpot, make a voice AI agent call to each contact in that list, and then go ahead and log that call on that contact in HubSpot. So we will make this a short tutorial, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and create a new flow. So I'm here in my Flow Studio in Dapta. I'm going to create a new flow from scratch, and we are going to call this flow call a HubSpot list. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and create this brand new flow. And here we have a trigger. The first node we are going to set up is the get list HubSpot node. So we'll go ahead and type in HubSpot. I can't spell for some reason today. And we'll grab this get list node and we'll go ahead and drag it into our canvas. We can go ahead and connect it, and then we will set up this node. So the first thing you're going to need is your credentials. I have another tutorial on this, but to recap real quick, if I save this and go back, and I go here to the bottom with my profile icon, I'd click credentials. Here's HubSpot, click this plus icon, add my APP token, and I will be all set. So let's go back here to Flow Studio. And we'll go back inside this get list node. And so I've attached those credentials. They'll be there available for you. Now it's going to connect to my HubSpot instance, and it's going to have all of my lists inside HubSpot. So I have one set up with 2 contacts called Brent Demo. And I'll go ahead and choose that. Now here we need to think of properties we're going to output for the phone call for our voice agent. So it's going to need a number. So let's choose phone. So we'll choose the phone property. And we can add a few things. Let's add first name. We can add last name. And let's add the object ID. So we'll do HS object ID. And those are the properties that we will output. Let's go ahead and run this flow now. And let's look at our output. And here our response has 2 results as expected. Let's look at the properties, make sure we have last name, first name, we have the object ID, and we have the phone number, so that's great. And it looks like we have that for both contacts. So we are all set up thus far. So the next thing we're going to add is a loop list node. So go ahead and drag the loop list node in. We'll go ahead and connect that. And now we got to decide what we are going to loop. And so I think the thing that we can loop is, let's see, the get list response. So we could do get list, and then we can do dot response dot results. I think that would be correct. Let's run this flow one more time. And cool, we have that in green. And then if we click end here are results with our 2 contacts. Okay, so perfect. So the next thing we need to do is set up our phone call. So we can use Dapta phone call. This will connect to our agent. And so we'll go ahead and set this up now. So the from number, this is going to be the caller ID number. This is a number that's set up in my account. And then the to number, we're going to use the outputted number from get list. So we could do, I think it would be loop list. So we have loop list here, loop list.item.properties.phone. And then the agent that we can use, we can choose from any of our agents. We'll use this one for the purposes of this tutorial. I'll hit save, and let's go ahead and run this flow and make sure it executes. Awesome. Now we have another call running for this contact from a previous run, but we know now that we would get a phone call, but we have a phone call running currently, but we know that it's been executed based on our output, and we are good to go here. So cool. So everything is working as expected. So let's go ahead. We've saved this. And now I think what we need to do, now that we're calling each contact inside our list from HubSpot, I think we need to log the information from that call in the activities section in HubSpot on that contact. So now that we are in our post-call automation, we have our trigger here. Let's go ahead and look up HubSpot, and we will log the phone call. Now what this is going to do, it's going to add some information to the activities inside the contact in HubSpot once the call is made. And so here I'll go ahead and just connect this trigger. And here you are going to want to use, let's use our credentials, the data that we're going to use. Now this, you're always going to want to have it, or at least in most cases, trigger.body.call, and then the call name. And we can set that up after. So we'll go ahead and just save this for now. One thing I'm going to want to do here before I get out is change this to a post method, and then I'll save. And now I will go out. Now I'm going to go ahead and find the agent that I'm using inside my automation. So let's go home. We have Jess Best Company. Let's go to call analysis. And here I'm going to post call analysis. I'm going to point to this post call HubSpot that we just created and select this. And so this way, after every single call made to a contact inside that HubSpot list, it will now go to this flow that we've created. So let's go down here to Flow Studio. Let's go ahead and run our HubSpot flow. So we'll go ahead and run this, wait for it to execute. Awesome. And I'm getting the call on my phone. So cool, I'll just answer real quick and I will hang up. And now I will go back and let's go back into our post call HubSpot. Let's see that we got an execution. It looks like we did. So here, post call, it received the execution from our other flow. I'm going to go ahead and click on this eye. And I see all the data. So awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this to the input. And now I can run that flow with that data. So now that we're here, it looks like everything went through properly. Let's go ahead and check our HubSpot and make sure that we log the call inside the activity on the contact. And as you can see here, it looks like the call was logged inside the activities on this demo contact. And it also has a recording of the call as well as a little bit of information regarding the call. So it's really that simple. Okay, awesome. So we were able to loop through a list of contacts in HubSpot, make calls to the contacts on that list, and then log the call in HubSpot under the activities. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. More to come. Thank you so much for watching.